Take position here too, and if you want one more, get inside that bunker here. Off you go, let's go.
Good morning, all. Dominion Commando here. Cheers to everybody. Currently, right now, it's snowing, which you can probably see on my Android cam, but whatever. Whoop. Anyway, moving on. Just wanted to say to everybody, to the new sport, or coming into the sport of airsoft, this is how it's properly played, because you would have normally like a commanding officer, which is the guy on the, watchtower, and everybody who is working as a team in the back. So you also have to realize that for the guys before COVID, airsoft was a very fun sport to get into. It was a hobby. Plus, some of them, if you go like really, really big, could get paid due to being a professional for Speedsoft, sometimes Milsim. It's kind of funny because in most of the guys that I've seen on TikTok here or in like real life here in my side is normally either sponsored or whichever. I know for one, you had, I know Blue, what was it? The team called Blue Mag Airsoft. Supposedly it's veteran owned. I've never heard of them until my friend Moxie versed them in a challenge on I think 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. That's when I first heard about them. I don't know if they're sponsored. I know they're supposedly veteran owned, but again, most of that is not compromised because I've never played with them personally. But I've seen some of their content and it's pretty decent. But rewinding back to basically other than the side note, I do need 511 hand warmers because this snow is actually getting pretty thick over here. Currently it's not sticking. It's sticking to the top of my head, so I look like I'm getting a little snowman. But anyway, moving on. But anyway, so everybody knows the history of airsoft when I played. That it was kind of more like this in this video because everybody was treating each other with respect. There was a guy who was in command, barking out orders and trying to plan a strategy to win the game. Now, I don't know what gameplay this was, so don't quote me on it. Anywho, you also have to realize that a guy like me who's been 12 years, I know a thing or two about certain fields or whatever and strategy. I mean, growing up, I used to play like the Total War games, if anybody doesn't remember that. I think they need to bring that back for computers, honestly, or, excuse me, iPads, but it really taught me history and strategy growing up because it would have like true facts under the bottom on the loading screen. I used to also play the one that had the medieval times, so that was pretty fun. I learned plenty of strategies off that computer game, and this is what this guy is implementing in the watchtower. He's commanding his troops. Therefore, everybody is safe, and the plan is carried out effectively. And also, if you're doing airsoft, remember, if you don't have a radio, call out locations unless you're dead or hit. It'd be preferred dead man walking, so try not to talk. I know it's like some of us get pissed off and you're like, hey, he's over there. Well, you can't do that. Especially for the guys who go to Zulu 24, you all know that rule. Dead man don't talk. So it's not fun for everybody. Although I know it was like 2 years ago when I went that, I got mistaken for, calling where somebody was, but I just told them to like, hey, go through that, I can get out. But anyway, that was in the past. But normally you'll see me take command in some of my videos. along with my my partner Xeon, and a couple of my other guys will normally take command if we all get separated or whatever. But it's just where, going back to the whole rental things, rentals really need to start working with like experienced players or noobs. Need to start working with veteran players, because it's not helping that you guys are just sitting there in spawn just talking about some random stuff. You're here to play airsoft. That's what your parents paid you to do. Yeah, granted, now that Full Auto has the after school thing, um, not gonna lie, very useful tactic. Not gonna lie, because for all the kids who play Call of Duty now, like 1, 2, 3, and all them, that's kind of your little niche there. You get to play Call of Duty in real life. So to Full Auto, that is a very good strategy. Um, but getting back to this specific video right here, it's basically detailing, and what I'm trying to explain is this is what airsoft was before COVID. It's not like what it is now, with all toxic players coming out, and everybody just being douchey. So that's not what airsoft is about. So I don't want anybody new to airsoft to think that, oh, well, this is what airsoft is like, I don't want to play. It's not. It's basically, on my main account here, basically everything else that I have videos is basically what airsoft is and was. It's starting to get back to normal, but hopefully that the pandemic don't hit again, so we don't have more toxic players coming out. But anyway, it's almost New Year, so I hope everybody has a happy and safe New Year. This is Dominion Commando signing off. Next video, hopefully I'll get to do is my personal rating on the 511 competition tactical gloves. I just had to get a new pair for my indoor loadout, so I'll give you guys an honest review. And again, shout out to my guys at 511, my boy Moses over in Paramus on 17. So, yeah. Anyway, this is Dominion Commando signing off, folks.